So the PBC and Golden Boy are supposedly putting on a co-promotion, and one of the fights that is being suggested is Frank Martin versus Arnold Barboza. All right. As we know, Arnold Barboza, I believe his last fight was Teofimo Lopez. He lost a decision to Teofimo. And Frank Martin's last fight was Gervonta Davis, and he was knocked out in that fight. Arnold Barboza, I think I would say that's a walk back from, in quality and caliber of opponents from a Tank Davis. Arnold Barboza is a person, he's not really known for his power. He's just, to me, a okay fighter. So this just, to me, is just, I think this is probably a confidence builder fight. Somebody that's not really a power threat. So they just got to put Frank Martin in there with somebody. Because I think, like I said, when you get knocked out like that, man, that takes a lot out of a lot of these fighters. They're mental. So I think they need something to kind of like bring them back up to speed. And Arnold Barboza fight might be that. I don't think Arnold Barboza has anything over Frank Martin. Maybe he can box a little bit better, but I don't see him as a threat at all to Frank Martin. Only thing I can say is what might be a concern is Frank ain't been busy, man. He ain't been in the ring since he fought Tank, not even once. So that could be a issue. We might see Barboza early on in that fight pretty much box up Frank Martin, but we got to see. Good fight for Frank as a comeback fight, but it's definitely a step back in competition. It's just a get back fight. That's really all this really is for Frank Martin. He's at 140 now. He probably could make some noise, but I don't. The talent there at 140. I see a lot of problematic dudes for Frank, man. I really do. So it should be interesting to see, especially Keyshawn Davis also is up there now. So we'll see how 140 is looking crazy right now. So we'll see. But as far as Arnold Barboza, this should be a pretty easy fight for Frank Martin. But I think him being off as long as he did might pose some issues early on until he adjust and get back in his right mindset. But yeah, I think this would be a good win for him. A knockout, I don't know. Barboza's pretty solid. Got a pretty good chin. This is 140 we talking about. Dude is more durable, to hit harder, and then Frank Martin's power. He always had decent power, but if his power don't carry, then it could be a long night for Frank. You're probably gonna have to box him out to the decision. But we'll see if the fight even materializes. I think it should. Better chance of this fight happening than the Virgil versus Keith Thurman fight, man. I just made a video talking about that too, so go check that one out. So it looks like sometime October we may be seeing the return of Frank the Ghost Martin. Let me know what you think. It's Rebel Light Boxing. Catch y'all in the next one.